There are three total dimensions in Minecraft: the overworld, the nether, and finally, the end. The overworld and nether are still getting love from Mojang, with updates like the Spring to Life drop adding ambient plants, mob variants, and other neat additions, while the Happy Gas drop adds a game-changing addition to the game. But then there's the end, forgotten, abandoned, sitting in the shadows without a single meaningful change in nearly a decade. And honestly, that's not even the worst part. The end is just awful. A bare wasteland with a pathetic dragon fight, endless barren islands, and just two mobs. That's right, two whole mobs. The nether has 11 if you include the Happy Ghast. The end is the final place of the game to beat the final boss, to get so many overpowered rewards such as the Elytra and Shulker boxes. While the reward is good, the majority of the end serves no purpose. You just grab the Elytra and get out of there, never to return, unless you want to build an Enderman XP farm or raid more end cities. Picture the nether update. It was the best update in the history of Minecraft. Then the caves and cliffs update happened. If we don't include the 5 splits, was the second best update. Now the majority of the Minecraft community wants an end update and are hoping it to be bigger like the nether update.
But, here comes the big problem. The community is asking, if we get an end update, what will it look like? How will it happen? What will the dragon fight look like? And here, my friends, comes my full analysis of what the perfect end update in Minecraft will look like.
Beginning with the first part, the Eyes of Enders, being crafted by an Ender Pearl and Blaze Powder, they are the key to the final boss of the game. While it may seem very exciting, believe me when I tell you, they absolutely positively 100% suck. Upon being released to the air, they travel 12 blocks in the nearest direction of the Stronghold, and they just fall to the ground, or shatter and disappear. Sorry Zaylernist if I am copying your line. When I was a child, getting to play Minecraft, my stupid brain taught that if I keep spamming the eyes, they should lead me to the Stronghold, right? Anyway, what I would do to improve the Eyes of Ender is that I would just make them fly endlessly to the Stronghold. That's it. It's simple. Mojang, please do this one thing. I'm begging you. I think it will make speedrunning much faster. Also have the crafting recipe changed to involve a wind charge, prismarine shard, and finally the echo shard.
Okay, the next part. Where do the Eyes of Ender lead us to? The Stronghold, the place where the end portal resides. It's the gateway to the dimension and acts as a prison and a research facility. But right now the Stronghold is a pretty confusing mess. You get no directions to the portal room, you just wander around in hopes of finding one. If I were to make the Stronghold, I would take inspiration from Minecraft Dungeons. The GOAT, its and the vanilla Stronghold are completely different. The Dungeons one is much better. Let's see, what does it have? It has a hallway entrance that leads straight to the portal room, which is in the center. The center is connected to 3 hallways that leads to various different floors and rooms. The Stronghold should also have a lot of traps like the trial chambers. Speaking of which, it could have the entire layout of that structure, with mobs like zombies, skeleton, spiders, vindicators, silverfish, creepers, and most importantly the Enderman. This design is much needed in base Minecraft because it can have a storyline tied to it. There can also be blazes and wither skeletons in strongholds to show that the nether mobs have also influence in the stronghold. It can make it a bit more challenging. Also have one mini boss like the Evoker, or the Endursant, more on that later, from Minecraft Dungeons.
Moving to the outer end island, one thing that it could use are some biomes. Right now, the end is a barren wasteland with only end stone, and I am not saying it shouldn't be a wasteland. I think it should feel its corruption vibe, so that's why I will not add any lush biomes with animal creatures that don't belong there. Mods like the Better End does a terrible job at maintaining the end's vibe. Sure, it has 26 biomes, but the majority of them are a lifeful paradise. The end should be barren and should have a corrupt feeling, so that's why I take Minecraft Dungeons inspiration. You see, Minecraft Dungeon has a different end dimension, and I think it's the future of the end dimension and the root of what Mojang wants to make the end dimension. There are 3 biomes I want to see added. Number 1, the End Wilds. They are the main focus of Minecraft Dungeons, a yellow corrupted biome with upside down trees, and strange yellow/green vegetation, and completely no animals apart from a few mobs I will mention later. it fits the end perfectly and will give players a new motive to go to the end. Number 2, Chorus Forest. I know this sounds like a made-up name, but it literally says Chorus Forest in Minecraft Dungeons first level, a purple biome. With purple trees and purple vegetation, sounds Minecrafty to me. It even has its own void-like liquid. I think this should be the home to the Endermen living in the outer End Islands. Number 3. End basalts, similar to the basalt deltas in the Nether, but in the end, in Minecraft Dungeons, you see lots of holes having smoke coming out of it. That's what's inspired me to make this biome, with rocky mountains and purple stone like blackstone from the Nether. Number 4, End wastes, just the normal vanilla end biome with purple plants and new chorus fruit variants. That's it. These biomes will make the end feel a little corrupted, and that's the main point of biomes.
I don't want the end to feel like Heaven 2.0, another thing that the end could use are verticality of the end islands. The vanilla end islands are just sitting at an exact X, Y, and Z level, and I think it will benefit from more verticality. Imagine flying in the end with an elytra through these floating end islands, high and low. A perfect example of this is the 2024 April Fool's Potato Snapshot. The whole dimension could be the end 2.0 we are talking about. As for mobs, Enderman variants sound just that. There are already some variants from Minecraft Dungeons, the Enderlings, which are a different species of the Enderman. The Watchling, it could be found in the Chorus Forest, it could be the zombie of the end, they could be strong that could throw the player into the air like iron golems. The Snareling, found in the End Wilds, most likely the spider of the end. They can shoot yellow goop that will make the player stuck to it, while the Snareling grabs the player and just do a full cartwheel with their arms. They can drop the snare pearl, which is used to make a grappling hook like the April Fool's Snapshot. The Blastling, the skeleton of the end, shoots void projectiles at the player. These void projectiles can be somewhat used in making a void launcher kind of thing like the Tot launcher in a Minecraft movie. Then finally the resident of the end, the Endursant. These tall figures with hammer hands can smash you apart. They can be a mini boss like the Warden, maybe even stronger than it. I am not exactly sure what they should drop. Maybe a new item or enchantment that can make your weapon or armor stronger. I don't know, leave your ideas in the comments section. Moving on to structures, the Nether has 2 structures, the End has 1, the End City. For now I think the End City can use a bit more rooms and mobs to make it challenging. Like Minecraft Dungeons, it can have some sort of teleportation technology, or the famous flotator from the April Fool's Snapshot. I think it can benefit from traps and some endermites spawning in it. The enderlings which I mentioned earlier can make an appearance in the End City and even in the new structure I am about to mention, the Citadel, also inspired by Minecraft Dungeons. The Citadel can be the bastion remnants of the End, with overpowered rewards and a new boss I created. No, it's not the Vengeful Heart of Ender, because adding those things can ruin the lore of Minecraft. I think a new mutated Enderman should be added as a boss, with spawning and teleportation capabilities, having multiple phases and new powers and abilities. For the reward when you kill the boss, I think it should be a new material to craft an overpowered armor and tools, but to make it balanced, the netherite armor and tools should be nerfed, same with others as well. This new material can make you teleport and use the Enderling's powers as well as speed and jump boost. If that idea sucks, then sorry, I am terrible at thinking ideas. This mutated Enderman I am talking about could be called the Eye of the End. It could have an eye at its chest in his next phase. This could bring some new lore ideas given that the Enderman speaks in game. The look for the eye sounds like it could lead to this boss. It is terrorizing the End with so much power that it wants to take over the Nether and the overworld, and it's the player's goal to fight it. It could have a laser beam power or an Enderling summoning for reinforcements. Okay, the moment you've all been waiting for, the dragon fight, the stupidest boss fight of the entire game. The Ender Dragon is supposed to be the final boss of the game. It could have a real challenging fight that encourages you to take on something even bigger. The vanilla boss fight starts with you spawning in the end and the dragon health bar appears. Seriously. If I were to make the dragon fight, I would have it so that the player has to summon it by itself. The Ender Dragon flies continuously in the air that you have to damage it with bows until the dragon perches down. You also have to destroy the end crystals to stop it from healing the Ender Dragon.
the dragon has one major attack. A dragon fireball, which can easily be avoided. The dragon fight lacks any final boss element, and the most exciting part about the fight is having it to be done for, or grabbing that juicy dragon egg and head for the elytra. The dragon fight could use some love to make it actually challenging. Let's reimagine the dragon fight. It has multiple phases. Phase 1 can include dragon breath and fireball in the player's direction, and the dragon will dash into the player swinging them into the air. Phase 2 can have some sort of lightning or shockwave attack. Imagine you're trying your best to reach the obsidian tower, then the ground shakes that hits you off, leading to your death. Phase 3 is the big deal. The dragon can summon meteor from the sky, that deals insane amount of damage. These features will make the dragon fight much more better. Also, I would redesign the arena too, the obsidian towers having a spike shape, chorus fruit generating on the edges of the island. One thing that the nether has is a new material, netherite. You get it in the form of the ancient debris which you smelted into netherite scraps. Again, you craft it into netherite ingots with gold. The new material that I mentioned earlier can be used in the end. One thing I have seen people saying that if they add enderite, that's a placeholder name by the way, would be unbalanced since the netherite armor and tools is much better already. That's why I think that enderite shouldn't give you extra protection, but abilities like teleportation, speed and jump boost, they should be found in caves of the end islands, make it more difficult to find than the netherite ingot. Moving on to the background of the end dimension is just pitch black, there's nothing but void. I guess it makes sense since the end is supposed to be the space of Minecraft, but I feel like it should have more. Make it have stars or something to make it stunning to look at. If you enable vibrant visuals, and go to the end, you can see bright purple flashes in the sky. That's my perfect example of a supernova in the end sky. Even look at the Minecraft dungeon's end sky, it has actual stars in it. It will make the end more beautiful and stunning. And there you go, the end reimagined, the perfect end update that the game needs. Of course, if you want to turn this idea into a mod, then join my Discord server. I have dreamt of making an end update mod, but I have zero experience of Java modding. So much for my first video. Hit that like button, and consider subscribing, it helps out a ton. Okay, see you guys later.